Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that be linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Um, it's Monday, the 17th of January. The transfer window is more than halfway through. Still no business done yet, but Arsenal seemingly working very hard on targets. By the way, big up to Nicolas Pepe. Great goal by him yesterday in the African Cup of Nations. There were some great games in that yesterday, some real shocks. Sierra Leone drawing with the Ivory Coast. They look shocked right in the last minute. And Algeria losing as well, to Guinea-Bissau. It was just brilliant. Some great games yesterday. Equatorial Guinea they lost to. But some great games. But great goal by Pepe in that game. Just to remind the manager that I'm still about. And also, yesterday, just before I get into the transfers, man, how rattled have all these fans been about that game being cancelled, the Arsenal game? Oh my, can they please get over it? We've not done anything wrong. We've only done what everybody else has been doing since this whole sort of COVID cancellation stuff started. So get over it, please. You know, we only done what everybody else did. Jesus. Anyway, let's get into the transfer rumors. Youri Tielemans is an interesting one. Spoke about this one last week. The fact that he's only got 18 months left on his contract. It was really interesting to see some quotes from Brendan Rodgers. He was asked about Tielemans' contract situation, and these were his quotes. He says, "You always have to plan for life without players. That is key. You always have to be looking ahead. That's important. Youri is at an age and at a stage in his contract where he has to ensure he looks at every option." And he did sort of go on to say that, hopefully he stays with us, but they definitely can see that they've got a problem there. As I said, Tielemans, 18 months left on his contract. That means getting into the summer, 1 year left. Now, I would love to see Youri Tielemans at Arsenal. I think he's an absolute top quality player. He's still young. He's going to get better and experience in the Premier League. And I think he would be brilliant at Arsenal. Love to see them make a move for him. I can't see it happening in January. It would have to be ridiculous money. Remember, Leicester still fighting for league position and also still in the Europa League as well. And they want to make, see if they can go well in that. Remember, there's always a Champions League place up for grabs in that competition. So I can't see it this January, but definitely in the summer, I would love to see Arsenal try and get in on that. There'll be other clubs as well, obviously. Of course, again, getting into the Champions League is what attracts these type of players like Youri Tielemans. That's why I really want to see us go out in the transfer window this January and really make a good fist of it, because if we can get into those Champions League places, and again yesterday, West Ham slipping up against Leeds, wow, the caliber of player you get really, really does increase. Also looking at this guy, Djed Spence. Sorry, not even Djed. I keep saying Djed. Djed Spence. The D is a silent. Djed Spence. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this kid when we played Nottingham Forest in the cup. He was brilliant. I was like, who is this kid? I've seen him play actually one time before for Middlesbrough, but I was like, who is this kid? He was brilliant in the game. Really was dynamic, defended well, and his runs, his pace, his strength, he really, really stood out. And obviously, he's made an impression on Arsenal as well. They said to be interested in a possible signing of him. Now, still only 21. It's a real weird one, this one, because he's actually a Middlesbrough player who's on loan at Nottingham Forest. Now, we know that Arsenal decent relationship with Middlesbrough at the moment. They've got Balogun, so we've been talking to them. His valuation is reported at 2.5 million. However, the talk is that if Middlesbrough got, say, 10 million, they would be willing to sell. As I said, he's on loan at Forest. It's a bit of a strange one. On loan at Forest, but a real top talent. Now, when you think about it, that, in the summer, Bellerin will come back, but he's probably going to go to Betis permanently. Callum Chambers is probably going to go. Cedric they'll probably look to be moving on from him as well. I think somebody like that, Spence, only based off of the game I saw, that's, I've not seen enough of him, but based off of the game I saw, if he can do that consistently and he's still young, he would be an excellent backup to Tomiyasu. And, that's what you want. You want a great backup. So I was really impressed with him, and so are Arsenal. Let's see if anything comes of that. But Djed Spence linked with a move to Arsenal today, as is Ivan Perisic. Now, a very, very experienced and talented player over the years, the Croatian, both for country and for club. Top player for Inter Milan over the years, very experienced, won various things. And reports coming out of Italy that Arsenal, amongst several Premier League clubs, are interested in him. Chelsea are said to be interested. Tottenham are said to be interested as well. Now, again, it's another player who's a free agent in the summer. His contract is running out, and he's a free agent in the summer, which means he'll be able to walk away for free. Absolutely nothing. And Inter Milan are said to be looking at maybe cashing in on him this January. Now, I don't know. I'm not too sure if it's the type of player we need. We've got players in those positions already that, on that left-hand side. I mean, you've got Smith Rowe, you've got Martinelli, you still got Aubameyang, who's, we haven't even moved him on yet. So where would Perisic fit? I can't see it myself, but those are the reports coming out of Italy. Remember, a couple of years ago, we were after Perisic. We wanted to bring him in, but we didn't manage to get the deal done. So doubt it, to be honest, but we'll see how that one develops out. But even Perisic being linked with a move to Arsenal today, I don't know, man. Can't see that with myself. But maybe this one, our friend Dusan. I don't have to tell you anything more about him. We all know. But the rumours are still out there and really hotting up that Arsenal submitted a bid for him. There's some people that are just saying it's a £50 million bid. There's others that are saying it's a £50 million bid plus Lucas Torreira. There's others saying it's just a straight £58 million bid. Nobody knows for sure. It does seem to look like Fiorentina are looking on it and thinking, you know what, we've got problems with this guy's agents. They demanding too much money. We know we're going to lose this guy. He's going. So do we just cash in on him right now? Just take the money. We get Torreira as well. It might be a good deal. This is going to be so interesting, this one. I like how Arsenal have been rolling on this one, trying to get this one done. There's no guarantee it will get done. It's difficult. It's really, really difficult. I say the same thing every day. It sounds a bit like a broken record, but it's the truth. It's a very, very difficult deal to get done, but it's not impossible. And it could rumble right down to the end of the transfer window. But Arsenal are really testing the resolve of Fiorentina at the moment. And of course, the player himself will be looking at it thinking, you know what? I'm secured a big money move to a big club. Again, Arsenal showing ambition. If you can get a player like that over the line, they're showing the rest of the Premier League that they're very serious about trying to get into the top four. It's going to be so interesting to see how this one turns out. As I said, for me in my head at the moment, it's just like, it's like a 50-50 because you don't know what the player's thinking. I think if it was just down to the club, I think we're getting this deal done. But it's the player. Does he want to come to Arsenal? And if he doesn't want to come to Arsenal, do we want him anyway? We don't want someone who don't want to be here, do we? So, interesting. Let's see how it pans out. Now, on yesterday's show, I asked you guys about two people, actually. Diego Costa, would you have him back? And I also asked you about Guendouzi, would you have him back? Because remember, I was talking about Marseille and the fact that they might have transfer bans for the next two windows, which would mean they wouldn't be able to buy Guendouzi, which means he would come back to Arsenal. Excuse me. Let me get into a couple of your comments. XPLD501, he said no to both. You don't want none of them. Abidon says Costa is prone to a red card like Xhaka. I don't think it's a good move. That is true. Him and Xhaka are in the same team. Oh my God. Ola Moody says one of the good news that I can hear is to have Guendouzi back in the Arsenal team. He's a very good player. So there's a vote of confidence there. Jason Finan says Guendouzi and Ainsley are miles better than Xhaka and Lokonga. Moving through, Mr. Guna says, yes, we could get Guendouzi back at Arsenal because he's young and a talented player. So he'd have him back. Eric C says, we have Matteo and Lucas Torreira out on loan, and we are short in midfield. Mikel should just call them back and have them to cover this position. Well, he can't call them back because they're on season-long loans. And Dane Alexander says, for a while, Costa was my most hated player back when he got Gabriel sent off. I don't know if I could see him back. Right, so he's not up for it. And one more here. Taha Ali says, I'll take Guendouzi back all day. Marseille are having a transfer ban sorted, and he's outstanding he's been outstanding in League One. Hope we can find a way to bring him back. So just going off of the general vibes of when I was reading through, it seems to me like the majority of you would be happy to have Guendouzi back, but definitely you weren't feeling Diego Costa. There was only a couple of shouts for him through all the comments I went through. Keep sending those comments in. I really, really appreciate them, and keep following the show. And we'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening. Any breaking news that happens around any players that we sign, we will be with it here first on AFTV. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you all tomorrow.